Today, we're talking Tyler Shough, the sleeper of this quarterback class. Shough is 25 years old, and I'm sure you know that's old for a rookie. Tyler was a 4-star recruit and went to Oregon to start his career. After a couple of years there, he wasn't playing well as a youngin', got benched, and transferred over to Texas Tech. There, he broke the same collarbone 2 years in a row, broke his fibula on the first hit he took of the next season, and transferred to Louisville for this last year. Shough had the best year of his career, putting up his best tape that I watched, and now we'll break it down. The first thing that I'll say is it was refreshing watching his offense that was more pro style. Louisville was actually running play action with the back to the defense, fielding snaps from under center, and reading across the field. That's just the first thing I'll note because you don't see that with a lot of college offenses. The next thing I'll talk about was a glaring part of this evaluation. The supporting cast was awful. His offense was a gruesome watch. I found it very hard to find a play where everyone was in lockstep, working together, and the offense did its job as a unit. Let's watch his line versus a 3-man rush. First off, 5 gets through real quick, coverage had everything, and then Shough gets sacked. Let's time this. It took 2.13 seconds before someone was in Shough's face applying pressure when his line was blocking against a 3-man rush. Okay, on this one, Tyler drops back and tell me, who's open? He also has a defender surging through the middle, had to make a quick decision, and ended up throwing it to no one. He did get an intentional grounding here, but the pressure was just in way too fast to affect him back there. This is a blitz when SMU brings 5. It's a play fake, half boot. Now at the back of his drop, he can lay that wheel route out there, but there's 2 guys there. Pressure's in his face and he gets taken down. Again. From the end zone copy, you'll see it, but watch when he wants read 2, who's open. He brings his arm up, but before he can even make it to read 2, he's fielding pressured and gets sacked. Back to just an old 4-man rush, vertical concept, which means longer routes, so right away he's feeling something off the edge here. But good job stepping up, breaking an arm tackle, but he couldn't get the ball out and got sacked by a second guy. Yeah, probably should have hit your back, but I really don't blame him, especially if he saw daylight. There were also some drop issues with his pass catchers too. There were so many plays left out there that if it's good, Shough's name could have been a lot more popular in this draft. Play action, all is normal, good throw, and dropped. He placed the ball well, the wind or something just forced an incompletion. Good defense, air. Trips right, quick game concept, pinned it on him. Receiver just couldn't make the grab and juggled it to the ground. I'm fine with the placement. The throw actually probably saved him from a hit over the middle, but again, just couldn't come down with it. Even one like this, if the running back doesn't turn around and actually catches it, this is a standout play. You come away with a better play in your head, but instead, it's just forgotten about. There's more, and as you see in this clip, this is almost another big play. It is a tough catch, but NFL receivers should help him out there in situations like these, where you're throwing to players that may have made plays like this before. The team and offense didn't seem to gel. The players around him weren't A-tier players, and I can only imagine what Shough could have done this year with competent play around him. He definitely had the worst supporting cast of any quarterback I watched, and this may seem all a bit harsh, but production matters, and situation matters. You don't think these reps where everyone's out of sorts hurts Shough's stock? Imagine he's actually clean in the pocket. Imagine these receivers actually make plays for him on the field. Imagine he had a connection with even one of these guys. Then we may look at Tyler Shough a little different, in my opinion. We're not talking elite, but the arm's pretty good. I gave it a score of 15 out of 20, and that ranks just behind Cam Ward so far. Shough also wasn't one to use the arm on every throw. Sure, he had his moments, but for the most part, the arm was pretty tamed. This one's fun. You got a PA half boot, switch back, and a throw. Look at the location on this football, right there. Too bad it's a drop. 40 plus yards in the air, quick base, avoids the safety just for a drop. Good arm though. Tyler Shough's plenty comfortable throwing with alternate arm angles, as you see here. He adjusts to the obstacle in front of him, flicks it sidearm, good throw and accuracy if you ask me. What about on the move? Well, he checks that box too. Pressure forced him out, and he gets the ball out with good zip. You see the torque created when he plants that foot, he gets situated and got it to his guy along the sideline. If you wanted to know that he can rip a throw on a line, let this play be an example. Drop back, and to be honest, the feet weren't amazing, but he's got pressure again. Back it up to watch the throw, and you see the arm's plenty good enough to dish it out with velocity. Underrated skill to drop your arm like this and execute a throw like this. From the end zone copy, you see him lock onto his guy, deal with pressure in his face while those eyes stay up, and slot it to his guy on a dime. Shough loves to drop his arm and throw with all sorts of arm angles and remains accurate while adjusting on the fly. Also, Shough has some power in his arm, and throughout my watch, there were some moments sprinkled all over where the arm's just a standout trait for him. I mean, we're talking window throws, off-platform throws, sidearm throws, throws when he's in the midst of getting sacked, and throws 60+ yards downfield with everything in between. Tyler Shough's O-line at Louisville let him down often, and we know that, but he was able to work in tighter situations and at least offer his team a chance when the chips were down. He'd use his arm, his feel in the pocket, and his legs to extend the play to make calculated yet exotic throws to convert or score or whatever it was that he needed to do. Watch this. Natural feel to maneuver the pocket, step up and out, and throw a beauty to his guy downfield, who turns this into a touchdown, actually. You can see him make the edge rusher miss in the back view despite paying him no mind, gets free and quickly pulls the trigger, laying a beautiful throw out there for his receiver, who again took it for yards after the catch to the end zone. Drop back, scan through, there's nothing over the middle. He saw space, ran to it, and throws crossbody on the run for a touchdown. Just watch him make this play when nothing's there initially. He extends his time a little and makes an unreal throw for a tud, displaying playmaking ability when the team needed it. This one's fun because he's stranded. It's a Y leak where the tight end gets out late, but you see the linebackers there. When he looks to throw, he's got 3 guys down the barrel. He has to speed up, and it's a good check down, gaining 2 yards when it could have been much worse. Great things happen when Tyler Shough can trust the offense, hit his back foot, and have clarity on the throw he's making. I thought he was exceptional reading out pass concepts on time. He'd read and react to defenders moving, he read the spacing, and had the arm to push the ball on a whim. This is simple and clear, you'll see it. Drop back, hit the back foot, throw to read one. Perfect placement. When things are good, Tyler Shough's great. Here, he's got a blitz, but on time, he replaces it with the stick route behind it. He saw the blitz, knew what he had to do, and executed the play at hand. I believe it would have been a boring watch if he had good protection all the time and consistency with his pass catchers. I say that in a good way too. Had everything been clean and simple, I think Shough could have just dinked, dunked, and thrown the occasional bomb like clockwork. Shough flashed the ability to progress through full field reads, or even just click 1 to 2 and throw a strike. You can see some of the seniority in his game in that aspect. When he's comfortable, you can tell, and he knows exactly where his eyes need to be to find the right guy. I find this pretty insane. In slow-mo, watch the eyes across the board. Then to get the ball out to the wide open guy mid-sack. We'll look at the end zone view now, and back to the defense to start, but turns around and still progresses from 1 to 2 to 3 and throws in space under pressure. Pretty good rep the way I see it. You see here, he starts right, but immediately eliminates that side and just checks it down, which resulted in good yards after the catch. Good way to process what's given to you while remaining safe and still gaining considerable yardage. This is what's called a yogi concept, basically spacing the defense. Initially, you see him actually pump it to the running back, which ended up pulling the defender, so he throws the tight end in space with good placement, just zips it in that window. Pressure has a heavy influence on how well Shough can play quarterback. His protection was terrible, so he was facing a lot of pressure, and I didn't think he dealt with it all that well. Shough would rush his internal clock, rush his feet and arm mechanics. He even has a built-in tendency to fall off his platform, making throws while fading away. This is probably the worst of it, and I'm sure you can see it here just all by yourself. The blitz with one linebacker, and he sees that, and all of a sudden he's sped up and he's falling back trying to make the throw over the middle. Pressure never even touched him, but you'd guess that a 400-pounder got free up the middle by the way he reacted. This is play action. He turns and rushes this throw right out of his hand. Protection and the running back did their jobs, but he still felt pressured and pretty much panicked through read one and fell off his base again. Another play action pass. He saw 41 penetrate real quick. As he throws, he spun around and the ball landed far from his target downfield. He braced for the hit early, maybe got a little yippy in the pocket, and just launches it too far out there. I don't think you draft Tyler Shough hoping he'll be Joe Burrow. Shough's far from a pinpoint passer with skills to carve up a defense consistently. Sure, he can throw in a window or fire it past a linebacker's ear, but you won't watch him throw with placement throw after throw. Placement really matters in a spot like this. If the ball's placed better here, the pass probably doesn't get broken up. It's small, but the NFL is a game of inches, and you have to hit your marks. A play designed to get the shallow cross in space, and he's got him wide open. But the throw's slightly behind, allowing the defender to close in much quicker and easier. I know this seems crazy to nitpick these kind of plays, but trust me, this stuff matters. And it's tough because I never saw a repeatable thrower that was capable of using the same mechanics and process in the pocket over and over again. He was pressured far too much for me to evaluate that type of thing on a consistent basis. He had guys after him from all angles, so I saw a lot of his rush feet, quick releases, and occasional panic throws where he'd throw mechanics to the wind. Tyler Shough is an intriguing, older quarterback prospect with a strong arm and impressive versatility as a passer. He stands out for his ability to make all types of throws like sidearm throws, off-platform throws, and even those deep balls. His pocket awareness is solid off the snap, and he displays the ability to work through progressions and read defenses, especially when he's comfortable in the pocket. However, his poor supporting cast has led to inconsistent play. The lack of pass protection and receiving options has caused Shough to rush his mechanics and decision-making at times, leading to erratic accuracy. His mobility is limited, and he doesn't pose a major threat on the ground, no matter what a 40 time tells you. While his timing can be off, particularly with his first reads, Shough's arm strength and ability to make tough throws gives him potential. I think Tyler Shough shows promise, but may still need a stable offensive system to fully develop. He may not be ready to start immediately, but with growth, he has the talent to be a future NFL starter. Anyways, that'll do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, go down, subscribe, go to the past content on the channel. It means a lot, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.